AskReddit by Secret Huckleberry 46. What's your opinion on the Jim Carrey-led Grinch adaptation? Blows my mind it was released in 2000. Watched it for the first time about 4 years ago. I knew it existed before then, but watching it for the first time I thought it was maybe only a few years old. I was surprised to learn it was a Y2K movie. The only thing that really dates it are the teen who's with the frosted tips. Given what Carrey had to go through to get into the Grinch costume, I bet some of those weird Jim Carrey faces are him genuinely going ouch this hurts. Shoes were too tight. Maximum. Help me. I'm feeling. Fetch me my sedative. Still kinda blows my mind that this is Cindy Lou Who, going to hell. https://www.youtube.com/watch?mark bmtbg5b7_aw. Still holding out hope we get a pretty reckless rock version of Where Are You Christmas. It's good. I like all the hidden adult jokes, like the swingers party. Or when they show the flashback of how babies are made and that one poor guy goes outside and sees the baby and says, "Hey honey, our baby's here. He looks a lot like your boss." I completely missed it as a kid. My favorite joke as an adult. I sympathize with the sentiment that it's not a very good adaptation of the source material. Having said that, I find the writing and the performances to be fucking hilarious. It practically goes without saying that Jim Carrey makes this movie. Dr. Seuss books are typically like 50 pages. If you want to make a movie out of it you need to pull some shit to stretch it out. If the Grinch says the powder's bitchin' it's a good movie. My dad was so furious that a Dr. Seuss character said a cuss. Loathe entirely. Nah, I like it. The movie is even funnier to me as an adult. Amazing. My favorite Christmas movie. Carrey's Grinch set the standard for a whole generation of Grinch impressions on social media and Grinch actors at Universal Studios. That being said, I can see why the Seuss estate stopped any more live-action adaptations of his books. The Roald Dahlists should do the same at this point. I thought that only went into effect after Cat in the Hat. It's a one-liner showcase for Jim Carrey. One of my favorite Christmas movies, alongside A Muppet Christmas Carol and A Christmas Story. Not the rat, not the rat. I think it's great. Watching it and it seems good so far. Definitely at least nice in the background on Christmas. Amazing. It is my favorite Christmas movie, and it's my sense of humor. I didn't even think I liked comedy as a kid until I saw that movie. And it's relatable as a teenager and young adult lol. My favorite as well. Hilarious for all ages. So many good quotes. I love it. I used to have the hots for Christine Baranski. I still do, but I used to, too. Kids today. So desensitized by movies and television. Oh bleeding hearts of the world unite. It's a fantastic movie. The anger. The fury. The muscles. When he stops that who and gets in the little car I die laughing every time. It's not better than the classic cartoon, but it's still really, really great. Any excuse to let Jim Carrey just go is great, and watching him improv as this insane recluse monster is so fun. Really if there's any stinky parts to the movie it's when they have to get back to moving the plot along. Am I just eating because I'm bored? Taken on its own merits, it's amazing and hilarious. Easily one of my top 5 Christmas movies. I get why people bounce off it when compared to the old animated one, but I can't help but find this one extremely funny. Brilliant. Jim Carrey carried the whole thing. Otherwise I'm pretty lukewarm to it. Animated adaptation was perfect, but the movie is worth watching just because of Jim Carrey. To me it's like asking who your favorite Spider-Man is. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is different in a dozen ways from the source material, but that's my Spider-Man. Anyone else might as well be an imitation. Jim Carrey's Grinch is my Grinch. I love the animated one from like 30 years ago my folks might rewatch for the 20th time, but I still prefer it with Jim because it's more my era. The original Grinch animated movie is almost 60 years old now, and the Jim Carrey movie is 23 years old. Your Grinch is closer to 30 than your parents' Grinch. Absolutely love it. It cracks me up every time. Jim Carrey's performance is outstanding. I'm very nostalgic for this movie. It takes me back to being like 10-12 and always watched it over Christmas. It's not great but I love it. Where Are You Christmas gives me all the feels. Watching it right now. One of my favorites.